All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Well, Joel, we could not hold those pre-market gains this morning.
No, let me run down, and then we'll get to the news today. Shocking news coming out of Mudra Capital. I mean, boy, oh boy, that is going to be scrutinized. We opened up and we just failed right away. 25.5 was your former old-time closing high. Got to 42.30, and then we just turned around on a dime. Didn't get back to the pre-market low of 41.90 as of yet. The low stands at intraday low at 41.95. So quick change of heart off the open. Crude is in the green by $1.67, almost $1 off its high of 68.87. Gold surrender its gains as well. It's down $3 at 1902.30. Silver clinging to 28, up 2.6 cents at 28.04. Bitcoin all over the map, almost a $4,000 range, up $285 at 36,110. And Ethereum is faring a little better. That's up $44. 2561.75 is your last print in the Ethereum futures.
Okay. Joel, let's talk about this AMC thing. This is insanity. It's not insanity. It's just like this is like throwing gasoline on a fire that is already raging. And that, oh my God. Okay, so we talked about on the show this morning, Mudra Capital bought 8.5 million shares from AMC at a price of about $27 per share. That was the catalyst. That was the headline of this morning. That was why the stock was up, even though we know typically, share issuances like this don't drive the stock higher, but this is an exception to the rule. Major vote of confidence from a institutional investor from a hedge fund that bet on AMC back in December and made out like a bandit, doing so again. And fast forward a few hours, and Bloomberg reports actually they sold all those shares at a profit. So they bought $230 million worth of shares, I guess, on Friday. It was disclosed today. And then they sold. That's called a day trade. That is a day trade right there, and a good one. They made out like bandits. The rest of you, I don't know about that.
I don't know what to say.
I also don't know what to say.
I really don't know what to say. I mean,
it boggles the mind because like it's almost like a catch-22 because why the stock was up because Mudrick bought. So Mudrick bought, I guess, because they thought it was undervalued. The stock goes up because of I guess a vote of confidence, and then Mudrick sells, and then it's like, wait a minute, it's just I don't know. It's breaking my brain. I mean, I can understand the anger. All right, let me just say this: someone or some people are going to be left eventually, whenever this ends, holding the bag in AMC, and they're going to be really, really, really mad at Mudra Capital. That's just my take.
Do they have any lawyers that work at the company?
They probably are going to need a few, because I mean, just the audacity, the gall. You know what I mean? I mean, look, I understand that it was a good trade from if you're there and if you have your money with Mudra Capital, they made a good day trade. Did they manipulate the stock? who can say that? Who can say that? Because it's really not. I don't know if it's their fault per se that AMC went to $36 this morning, right? But it did on that headline. And you also get the CEO tweeting that they're going on offense and they're setting their sights on ArcLight and Pacific Theaters. Saying it was a great capital raise by a great job by the company, great capital raise for us.
Right.
I just like, holy crap, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, we got an inside day. So just looking at there's no way that you can interpret all the actions or the actions of the fund. I'm sure someone will be inside day, but you're going to have a new. Well, it depends on how we close today, but we're up 520, still up. Didn't lower, higher, low? I mean, maybe this is just gonna shake out and have a couple days of consolidation and continue its move higher. I'm just flabbergasted. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And if you have targets along the way and those targets are hit, then take them. If not, I mean, I'm just so looking forward to see what Triple D has to say in the morning about this one, because I know that he was already frustrated with this market, and from a long-term point of view, we'll see how he digests this one.
We know that in the GameStop in the GameStop saga that Citadel and Robinhood are the bad guys. There really has been no bad guy in the AMC. So now we have a bad guy. The market has a bad guy in the AMC story, and it is Mudra Capital. And I will note that MUDS, which is merging with Top, is down 15.5% today. Okay, it is back down to $11. It was at 14 this morning. It's at 11 right now. So we have a villain, and the stage is set. I think this is insanity. I don't know. I don't even know if I blame Mudra Capital. They made a good trade. They made money.
Right.
I just like. I almost wonder if it was worth it, because they're about to go down a river of you know what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know if it was worth it.
Boy, turned on them. I mean, they erased all the gains that it had over the last 2 weeks, and I mean, there's some unhappy people out there, and they're probably going to be taking it out on their stock. So they're getting, they made a little money, but holy mackerel, look what they're doing to their stock today.
I know. And so if you're like, a long-term believer in Tops, like, sorry, but that's not relevant right now. You know what I mean? Like, what's relevant is that the market hates these guys. Oh my! As soon as I saw the headline, I was like, they did not. They did not do that, but they did do that. They made an overnight trade.
They scalped it.
They scalped AMC for $4 and
$3 million. All right.
Just insanity. All right. Anyway, there's other things happening out there.
Sure.
Joel, did you see this headline? That cyber attack that we mentioned. We didn't mention it on the show. We mentioned it before the show. There was a cyber attack on JBS right over the weekend.
Yep.
And it knocked out 1/5. This is per Bloomberg. 1/5 of the U.S. Beef production capacity. So last I checked, Tyson was actually doing okay today. TSN, it was actually beating the SPY last I checked. But I don't know the last time you brought up lean hog futures. The symbol is HE, but they are ripping.
Is that the lean? You mean LE? What is it on trade?
It's HE.
I got LH on my trade station.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You got LH trade station then.
Yeah. Poor boy. Obviously, it took a turn on this and rallied higher on the lean hogs. I don't know. Are they still trading pork bellies? I know they took them away, and they're not. What I think is interesting on this is the lean hogs are getting a boost by this, but there's a look at the lean hog chart. Actually got a gap fill in there and went up. I don't know if not quite a new all-time high, but what's up with the cattle? I mean, the live cattle is actually down on the day.
Huh.
I'm not sure what the difference is at consolidation.
I don't know. We never talk about these things. You also have, chats pointing out Hormel. You got Pilgrim Pride. You maybe you can lump in like a like a Campbell's soup, which has these uses these products.
Yep.
You can look at like a Beyond Meat. You know what I mean? Which is actually down. Wow, Beyond Meat is down 7% today.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you think if there's less regular meat, people would be eating fake meat, but no, not that. No, it's affecting cattle. I mean, boy, these ransomware attacks are just becoming more and more prevalent. I guess it shut down several other factories with it. How's Tyson doing today? Oh, well, that has a setup here. If you're trading this, look at that, 4 lows in the same area in Tyson. I mean, it's good. I guess they can charge higher prices, but if you don't have anything to sell, that's not good either. But for our Tyson traders, very tight on the downside. The last 4 lows between 79.22 and 79.35. Back up above 80 though, but support is support until it's broken. And what's up, Pilgrim Pride? Is that
PPC? I think.
Yeah, PPC. Same kind of a similar formation in this one, but only 3 lows in the same area, all in the 2380 area, 2382, 84, and 89. Not as big a mover. Tight day on this one. So both of them testing support. But for the Tyson chickens, it's been down there 4 times. So keep an eye on that in tomorrow's session. S&Ps, again, we're heading lower into the close, it looks like, down 475. Not a good day, rejecting those all-time highs off the open. And now nearing the lows of the intraday session at 41.95. Your pre-market low 41.90. I'm still going to stick with the level that we talked about on the morning show. 4 of your 5 lows from last week, all between 41.7775 and 41.80.5. One other low at 79.25 in there. So little pullback to support. We do have the jobs number at the end of the week, but big area on the upside. And boy, we've traded this 41.95 to 42.05. I'd love to track the volume profile on that, just how long it's trading in there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep an eye on that 41.80 and keep our bullish cap on until that's taken out.
All right. At the top of the show this morning, we were talking about what is down today. Nothing is down. Well, you noted, Joel, correctly in the moment, though we didn't cover it, that Abbott Labs was down. And the reason Abbott Labs was down in a headline that is good for humanity and not good for Abbott Labs is they lowered their guidance because they said there's lower demand for COVID-19 tests.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, that took them up and that took them down.
Yeah.
Wow. Big gap down, and sure looks like it has $100 on the mine. Had a couple lows in that area. How much did they cut the guidance by?
Good question. Here are the numbers. Oh, come on, computer. Stupid computer. All right, hold on. I gotta refresh.
Okay.
They cut the numbers by. Come on, Benzinga Pro. Come on, you can do it. Just lost the numbers.
All right, no mercy. Anyways, we can look at the chart. You don't need to know what the numbers are when your stock opens up that much lower and continues in that direction. 106.12 open, okay. And that was let's see. No, that wasn't the open. Opened much higher than that. Opened 110.15. Had a little buck rally to 111.30. You got a big gap to fill on this one. I don't know on this one. Probably get some downgrades too with the lower guidance.
Yeah. So the numbers original. So this is their EPS guidance for the year. It was around $5. and they said this morning it's actually going to be around 430 to 450. Again, fiscal year EPS. So that's not nothing. That is a significant cut to their EPS projections. Again, off the backs of lower demand for COVID tests. A couple people in chat heard Scrambler correctly pointing out EAT. We going back to that meat the beef trade. You maybe you look at restaurant plays. You look at EAT. You look at I don't know. And basically, there are any number of sympathy plays out there store that we didn't get to in the moment. You can look at but I
guess
a Chipotle, you know what I mean, or a Texas Roadhouse, or a I don't know, a Bloomin' Brands, right? Outback Steakhouse, the ELMN. Just a thought.
Yeah, that kind of puts a little crimp in the reopening trade, right? If people are going to be going to restaurants, I mean, these things were due to cool off a little bit, but another catalyst like this on the negative side, Bloomin' Brands. I mean, for this one is bumping up against the wall. I don't know what their percentage of beef sales are, but you have a huge resistance level, 29.75 area. That's the last three highs in that area. Also going back on March 11th, you had a high in that area too. Similar on the downside, three lows right there. This is called 28.80. So until you lose that, still got a chance to take out that resistance. By the dippers defending the market here a little bit going into the last 13 minutes of trading. Back in the 4,200 handle, barely, only down $2 on the session. All that up and down and all around. And how funny would that be to close unchanged on the session? What else do we got?
We are flirting dangerously close to unchanged right now. All right, let's do some ticker time from the chat. And I know there's a few I missed. I'll go back and catch up, but I do want to look at this SPG chart from JG. Simon Property Group fire chart lately. Any resistance in sight for mall-based retail? Yes,
wowzer. Did any news on that today, or?
Yeah, there's a meat hack. No, I don't know.
I was gonna say people are.
No, I have no idea. No.
Oh boy. What can you do on this one? I mean, this thing is doubled off the lows from March. Took a little bit longer to get going. Oh boy. I guess the only thing you can do here is go to your monthlies, and back in February.
You know what? There was a lot of insider buys on Friday. Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. Never mind.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, your monthlies don't give you anything besides a monthly high at 144.30, and that's the month where it obviously started to sell off. End of the month at 123.08. Let's go back here. Let's just for reference and see if we can find something here. Go back on the dailies when there's that much in the monthlies. That big of a gap area. You got to drill back down and go back to see where this was. Last time we've been up in this area, we're trading at 134. Let me see here. You have another daily high. I'll give you two targets on the upside. The way this thing's moving, it could be there pretty quickly. Back in February of last year, daily high, 137.37. And then the next daily high, or the previous daily high before that, was 141.04. So that was right before. This was at the end of February when things started to get rocking and rolling to the downside. Those were your daily highs. And let's see. We're going for the highest close since February 25th of last year. That was 135.28. And let's see if we have a chance. Nope, $1.28 away. Let's see what the high of the session is. See if anything back, people getting their money back all the way, 14, 15 months. And what did you have for the high today? Can move my cursor back. and didn't quite get there. 134.10. So next level 135.28. Big up day for SPG. What else do we have? There's
I'm glad you asked, actually. Chris Catchy pointing out to me, thank you very much, Chris, noting that PEI, Pennsylvania Real Estate Trust, is also going blast off mode today. Lower price stock, but it seems like there are a number of these mall REITs now that are moving higher. You have AHT moving higher. You have WPG. These are all mall REITs. And they're all, I guess this is the trade of the day. I missed it.
Yeah, it sure is. Washington Prime Group. These are reverse split stocks. So they can and will go anywhere. Obviously, if you're trading these things from the long side, the fact that it got up near $6 and pulled back is not a great sign. Pulled back $1.50 off the high. I see Tanger Outlets. I don't know how they came out with SKT for that one, but that hit an important area. We're going to throw out the move in March where it had the big short squeeze, but 1882. That was your high back on April 28th, and here we are at 1878. So still bumping up against it. The first day it had your move up last week, and then two almost matching range days in this one here. Big move in it today. Let's see if we can get back, maybe get into that 19 handle for another leg up in Tanger Outlets.
All right, 8 minutes left. A reminder to everyone to smash that like button. Also, we are giving away a free share of Tesla. I just put the link to do that in the chat as far as how to enter the contest.
And where are we at on subscribers?
We are approaching 99,000 subscribers. Yeah, we are within shouting distance of 99,000 subscribers. Let me just play this quick video, and then we can get back to the stocks. All right, there we go. Link in chat. Enter to win a free share of Tesla. Someone in chat said this, and I forgot who it was. I apologize. They were talking about Penn, and they said maybe it just needs a breather after last week. And I would subscribe Beyond Meat to that as well, right? Beyond Meat in theory could be up today, but after last week, it just needed a breather. So I'm down. I'm down with that. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, it doesn't have the pizzazz that it did before. Not really moving with the market, kind of its own accord here. What your problem is that seller at 83.50. Friday's high 83.48, 83.54 today. So right there, you hit your resistance and you backed off. You made a lower low from Friday, but it just doesn't have the allure that it had before. So maybe a little bit of a breather for this one. I don't like the fact that until it could get through that 83.5 area, you think maybe get a look at this under $80. That wasn't the low from last week, but you do have a 4-day low at 79.67.
Yeah, Chad also noting that AI caught a bid today, C3 AI. They announced a deal with Shell. Actually, speaking of Shell, what a day for crude stocks, oil, and also just energy as well. But AI is the ticker. They announced a partnership, and they're up nicely today, up with oil, frankly, because oil is having a great day, or at least it was. I don't know if it.
AI, okay. Alpha Indigo.
That's it. That's it.
Yep. They like that move. Quiet after this is like the big leg up in the move. What we want to look at and moving forward, 73.50 area, 73.47. That was flanked by a high at 73.20. So let's just call that 73.30 the must clear level for AI.
What else do we have? Okay, RAG says, "Hey Joel, hope you're well. I have Apple in the long term. Thinking of selling and rebuying at 108, or do you think the cues don't show another downturn?" So if I understand this question, RAG is saying that they want to short. Do I get this right, RAG? You want to short Apple now and buy and with a target of 108, or you want to sell your existing position and because you think it's going to 108? I'm not sure I understand the question, but in any case, the sentiment remains the same. RAG looks like
Trading range.
short-term bearish on Apple here.
I'll tell you from a chart perspective, they haven't liked it since earnings, and that's when you had the high back. I believe it was in 137 and change, and that's the way that a lot of these stocks have been treated. I just go a little bit shorter term and maybe, see if you can take out this 122 low. I mean, this thing is really in the middle of nowhere, right? I mean, you have a range from 122 to 128, and then on the monthlies here, you are starting to break down a little bit on the monthlies. 122.49 and 22 and a quarter would be the lows, not from this month. Obviously, we're in the first day of the month, but let's see if it doesn't hold this 122 area. Then I'm agreeing with you. But right now, it's been a trading range going back since the May 10th. So, just keep your eye on 122. If it breaks that, then we got some more work to do on the downside. Your next monthly low comes in at 116.21.
I hate to be glib about this, but with the exception of a couple of months, when has it ever been a good idea in history to sell Apple?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it's kind of, I look at this one and then I look at the Amazon chart, and that's just been in a trading range too. This hasn't been, for the value plays. The money has just not been interested in the stock. It's been rotating in and out of value and sprinkling it with a little bit on the growth side. But you have your trading range, and let the trading range decide. Breach the lower end of the trading range, lower prices, but that 128 looks like pretty good, rock solid resistance.
We got some NFT plays ripping higher right now. Whether you want to look at TKAT, which I think was just halted, but you got HOFV, who we've interviewed, we've had on the show before. HOFV ripping higher these past couple of minutes. Dolphin, DLPN, all of these just ripping higher. I am looking for a catalyst if there is one. Are any of them halted? They might be halted.
The DLPN is
TKAT. TKAT was halted. The other two are not.
Probably on circuit breakers.
Yeah.
I mean, these things like to run. You got the Ethereum moving. Let me take a look at TKAT if that was halting on a circuit breaker. Looks like it's not trading now, up by nearly 22%. Doesn't look like that big of a move because of the kind of ranges this had. But I mean, can we? The big run over 70. I don't know if this starts really get going to the upside. I don't even know. 33.89. Yeah. Tough market today and tough stocks. S&Ps looks like we're losing at 4,200 going into the close. So just another day of not much action. It's disappointing not being able to hold those gains on the open, but still above that good support at 4180.
Yep, we're about to close here. So final tally just about for the day. Energy is going to lead us higher or lead us on the upside. Materials, real estate, all up nicely. Nothing else really of note though, either on the upside or the downside. Tech down a little bit today. There's your bell. So yeah, we ended the session in the red on the SPY, in the red on the Q. Slightly in the green on the Russell. Russell up 1% today. Nice job, Russell. And the Dow Jones just about unchanged, barely in the green there. So an eventful day for sure. I'm very much looking forward to hearing Dennis Dick's thoughts on Mudra Capital tomorrow. Joel, I will see you then. Have a good rest of your night, sir. And that'll be it. All right.
Adios.
All right. I'm going to hang out for a little bit here. I'm going to bring on my man, Zunaid Suleman. I don't think I've ever actually said your last name. I want to make sure I got that right.
You nailed it, actually. Yes. You should get a star for that.
I get a gold star for Spencer. All right. Well, Zunaid, we have some earnings still, if you can believe it. We are still in earnings season. Where's my calendar? There it is. Okay. We have Zoom tonight, StoneCo, HPE, and Digital Turbine, which is apps. But I thought I saw something on apps already.
Sometimes they switch it up, and they might be. It looks like actually it just started moving right now.
Yeah, okay, maybe I made that up. Okay, and then tomorrow morning, Advanced Auto Parts. That's kind of it. Tomorrow morning. So anyway, we have C3 AI later in the week. We have Cloudera. Well, Cloudera has been taken over, so forget that. We have Endeavor, their first report since the IPO, right? We have Splunk. We got Express. We got Smuckers, Asana, Broadcom, CrowdStrike, DocuSign, Five Below, Lulu. We got some names this week. Some names on the earnings front. So that being said, let me get that off my screen. And
we do.
Let's go to a news feed in Benzinga Pro, and let's watch these headlines as they come in here. You said apps was just moving. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it started moving a little bit by a couple of dollars.
Yeah, let me just bring up a Zoom. I'm going to bring up
excuse me, not a couple of dollars, maybe 50 cents. So no, I don't think the report's been out yet.
I'm going to bring up a chart of Zoom. I'm going to just no, let's do it that way.
I'm excited for DocuSign out of the week. I'm excited for that one. And Express, if you're like a, meme type of guy, if you will.
If you're a meme guy?
If you're a meme guy, gal, yeah. Because if they do well, the same way where AMC got a bump when Amazon bought, MGM Studios, they got a little kick in the action, if you will.
Yeah. Okay, so Zunaid, I want to get your thoughts on this AMC Mudrick thing. Are you up on that story, or do you need me to fill you in?
No, I am. I am. And I think it's so widespread that even my girlfriend, who doesn't like day trade or anything, even she knows what happened. And I was trying to tell her, she's like, oh yeah, they sold for a quick profit. I was like, how do you know this? So yeah, it's that sleazy that even the average Joe knows.
Finish. How does she know that is what I want to know.
So she has gotten into like the Twitter hashtag following and things like that. And so she was like, look, here's how much they made. I'm like, is that just Twitter? Is that a source? She's like, why don't you check and you let me know? So yeah, I know because of her, but yes, I am up to date on it. And I cannot believe that in 6 hours, there's a buy sell situation. Incredible.
I'm almost like part of me is like, wow, like nice trade, right? But then part of me is like, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
What, like, is it going to be worth? Okay, so what, they bought at 27, sold at 31. So what they make like
$4.
So what they made that $50 million.
Yeah.
Like, is that going to be worth it? Like for like the river of shit that they're about to go down? Because
yeah.
I don't know. Don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, about what's that, like 11% or something like that. And I will say this: we will wrap up with the AMC here in a minute, since we got some other apps that's moving. Yeah. All I'll say is, it looks like the market is absorbed the news, right? It had a huge red candle, then it consolidated with a higher tick towards the end. So it looks like the market's like, okay, cool. Like, it's not over. It looks like. I don't know. We'll see though.
All I know is if because I don't know obviously, but if Friday ends up being the top in AMC, holy crap, people are going to be coming for those guys.
Oh, 100%.
Coming for them.
100%. I mean, you had people buying $73 strikes for this week, right? I mean, it was just insane.
Insanity.
I'll just give you a quick stat on it. 60,000. Yeah, 60,000 contracts for the $73 strike for AMC expires in 4 days or 3 days, whatever.
Didn't I see there was a million call options bought like last Monday? I think I saw that.
Yeah. I think they were like the June 40s or something like that, which is what I ended up buying. So I have like a June 40 and a June 30. Haven't sold it.
So just to be clear, these are the June 18th.
So they bought the June 18th. So I have a couple of those, but me being degenerate, I also have this week's 30s and 40s, which I'm up on, so I'm okay for now.
All right,
yes.
Real fast, let's go to Zoom here for a minute. So you can see the chart there. Zoom earnings.
Oh wow!
Just out. Looks like adjusted EPS. I'm seeing $1.32. Don't know the estimate, but here, let's go straight to the PR. Let's go straight to the PR and find some numbers here. All right, report just out. Scroll down. Oh, they have so much. They have all this gap and non-gap. I hate that. All right, so we are raising our total guidance range. This is revenue from 3.97 to 3.99. That's a nothing burger.
Yeah, that's average.
All right. Revenue $956 million. Again, adjusted EPS $1.32. Let's go back to the news feed here. So that EPS number was a beat. That sales number was a beat. There's got to be a reason though. Let's go back to that PR and let's dig. If we can.
What's their guidance? That's the only thing I can think of. You've got the EPS, you've got the bottom line, and then the guidance. Those are like the three main things.
Second quarter guidance, revenue between $985 and $990 million, and fiscal year 22 revenue guidance, which I just said was around $3.9 billion, with an EPS of $4.56 to $4.61. This is again fiscal year 22 EPS guidance. Let's go back to the chart there. Boy. Okay.
Yeah, hit a low of like 310. You got apps moving too, by the way, after you're done looking at this.
So that Q2 revenue estimate also was above the guidance. Yeah, the revenue guidance was above the estimate. So far I'm seeing a beat and a beat and a beat. Not to say that the stock can't go down because it's surely it can. All right, real fast. Let's go back to that. Apps, you said?
Apps, yeah, APPS.
All right. Are the numbers out? Probably because it's trading.
It bucked. Yeah, it moved $2 and now it's coming right back down, but it hit 70s.
All right, here we go. Again, you can find all of this, guys, in Benzinga Pro, pro.benzinga.com. You can see the press release, the filing straight in there. Q4 revenue $95 million. Give me an EPS number if you can. That'd be great. Here we go. $25 per share. GAAP EPS, non-GAAP was $5. What?
That's weird.
Per share. What freaking quarter is this? This is the
it's for the fourth quarter of 2021.
Every company has like the weirdest fiscal year. It makes no sense. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of their 21 fiscal year. Okay.
Yeah.
So $25 per share EPS on revenue of $95 million. Let's go back to the chart. It is trading lower. Yeah, so you see that Zoom headline there on the left. So like I said, it was a beat and a beat on the earnings and a beat on the guidance. Q2 EPS guidance was good. Q2 sales guidance was good. Fiscal year EPS guidance was good. Fiscal year sales guidance was also good for Zoom.
I mean, this just goes to show that it's not about if the company beats. It's literally who knows what the market looks for at this point.
How out of favor? Let's zoom out. How out of favor is Zoom right now?
What was it, at 600 at one point, I think?
I don't think it ever quite got that high. But it is now at 314.
588. That was the highest.
588. And we're at 314 right now.
That's insane.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that chart's ugly.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mountain on its way back downhill, is what it looks like.
I mean, like, oh, yeah. Just.
I am curious, though, since we don't have a lot of earnings. If you're in the chat, if you're buying Zoom here, spam 1.
Kathy, hit 2, please.
Kathy. Kathy, if you're in the chat, we're going to need you to let go of some of this.
Oh, actually, I noticed this last week. What was it? Was it like Thursday or Friday? because I subscribe to the ARK Invest emails every night. There was a couple days last week, or maybe one day, where I didn't get the email until the following morning.
Till the next morning. Dude, me and you both, because I look forward to that, right? So for people who don't know, sometimes if that email comes out before 8 o'clock p.m., some tickers move, and you can get a quick little scalp, if you will. And so I like somewhat patiently wait if I'm not busy or whatever. But then I realized at like 11 a.m. I got an email, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's a Saturday. Why am I getting this email?
Yeah. Okay, apps. Back to that. I gave you the some numbers on that. The adjusted EPS was 31 cents on apps. That's not right. There it is. Versus a 21 cent estimate on revenue. Like I said, sorry. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that was guidance. I'm reading the wrong headline. Sorry. So apps, Digital Turbine gave some Q1 EPS guidance that was above the estimate, and they gave sales guidance also above the estimate. Ooh, we have a unprompted guidance raise. Scott's Miracle-Gro SMG is out raising guidance here in the after-hour session. Let's go straight to the release and take a look-see. Yeah, they say the U.S. consumer is strong. No surprise there. We expect to see company-wide sales growth of 17 to 19%. We are raising our sales and earnings guidance for fiscal 21 based on the continued strength of U.S. consumer and the Hawthorne segments. Let's keep reading if we can. We expect the U.S. Hold on. U.S. consumer segment revenue will now grow 7 to 9% year over year, compared to a previous range of 4 to 6% year over year. We expect to see sales growth of 40 to 45% for the full year, compared with previous guidance of 30 to 40%. So SMG is saying, yeah, people are buying our stuff right now. What is it, halted or something? Because I don't see any trade.
It's very, very thinly traded. Like the spread right now after hours is about $2.75.
Oh, all right. Well,
so yeah,
good.
That's why.
Good luck with that, everyone, and your $3 spread.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, not all stocks have a market after hours. You need someone like Dennis. You need someone to come in and make a market. And it looks like no market exists right now for SMG. So what that means is, if the status quo stays like this for the rest of the night, then tomorrow morning it's going to open up higher. If the market behaves rationally. Don't know where.
Let's see what the SMG. What is it? Yeah, it trades about $500,000. It actually traded $500,000 today. Its average is about $250,000, 10-day average.
Wait, there are no. What am I saying? There are no halts.
There are no halts after hours or pre-market, right?
There are no after hours halts, are there?
No. I think it's only like for news or any type of stuff like that. But for volatility, I don't think there is.
I don't. God, why don't I know this? Chad, help me out. I feel like there are definitely halts in the pre-market. I do not know if there are halts after hours. Maybe there are. Maybe I'm just. Yeah, that's what I thought. There are no after hours halts because there's no market.
Exactly.
God bless you, Aaron Bree.
That's the whole reason that people are like, oh, the shorts will suffer after after hours, if you will.
Wait, let's go back to my charts. Okay, so SMG, no trades, widespread. We did have HPE, Hewlett Packard Enterprise earnings out to the extent that anybody cares. This is which one is this, guys? HPE is printers, or is that HPQ? I can never keep it straight. Anyway, the EPS beat, the sales beat. They raised their free cash flow guidance for the year, and again, this is not a super thick stock after hours, so I wouldn't expect to see too many.
Yeah, it's not small. Not much has happened there.
Okay. What else? Let's go back to a main news feed. Let's go bring the chart of Zoom back up and keep.
So yeah, you've got Zoom and apps slowly perking up after they hit their lows.
See, let's go back to the PR. There must have been something that the algos read in that release that would make it drop like that. because that wasn't human driven. That was
No.
algo driven. Let's scroll here. No, I don't actually see anything.
I love Bill Me Later's comment there. That's funny.
You're gonna haul Benzinga in a minute. That's all right. You're gonna haul Benzinga.
And we get a day off earlier. That's fine. Early release day.
Tell me later. Why are you gonna haul Benzinga? I'm just curious. Hey, did you see Chinese stocks today? They were all up in the pre-market. Stocks like Baba.
Yep.
All up in the pre-market. All gave back. By the way, you can ignore that. Ignore that big old green.
Yeah, it's not a real.
That's not real.
$8 trip.
All up in the pre-market and pretty much all opened at the highs of the day. One of JD.
Yeah.
Actually, no. JD bucked that trend. But how did Baidu do?
I mean, it looks like a lot of stocks did that. Not just Chinese though. Like you had Pins who did that. I think Nvidia bounced back decently.
I've been looking at Pinterest for several days here.
Pinterest was doing well till today. I mean, I have an option on it. That's why I know. I think it hit like 64 or something like that before going down to the 62s with a bit of a recovery later.
Hit 66 in the was that at the open? Yeah,
64, and then it looks like
6. I'm seeing.
You are correct. Yeah, 66, 61 was at the open. And then it faded all the way to 64, and it bounced back a little bit. But yeah, our beloved Ripster is a big fan of apps as well.
I wouldn't call him our beloved.
Fine, you're right. Maybe I'm biased.
I don't know the guy. All right.
I should say Jason and Luke. Maybe. How about that?
Yeah. All right. I did see a Kodak headline for whatever that's worth. No trades.
You had that TCAT NFT news as well. Let's look at Kodak.
Yeah. Okay. Great call. So it's out of the halt, clearly. And the news was, this is silliness. The news was there was an 8K, I guess, last week. And I guess they entered into a purchase agreement where they're going to invest. I don't understand what this is. They're going to invest in cultural objects for a purchase price of $500,000. Well, I didn't know what cultural objects is. I guess
I've never heard of that term.
I guess it's a collectibles company of some kind.
Yeah, I know when Charlie was reading out the news, he mentioned something about NFTs or something like that. And then the stock popped afterwards when it came off the halt. You guys still let Bree in the office? I thought he'd be kicked out by now.
Yeah, he's still here. He's still here. Okay. Smoking Ice wants to know about CTIC. Oh, know this one? I'm assuming it's smaller. It is. CTIC. It was their news. There was news out this morning. FDA acceptance of an NDA, that's new drug application, granted with priority review of a drug of theirs, I'm not going to pronounce, for treatment of patients with myelofibrosis. And so I guess, let's see, look at that. We got nice bullet points right there. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
This has all the information you need to know. Okay, so the target action date. So you got to have this on your radar. Smoking Ice, November 30th. Okay, not planning on holding an AdCom meeting. AdCom meetings are generally not good news for biotech stocks or for drug approval things. Typically, AdCom meeting means they will hold the meeting and then they'll say come back to us with more information. So not going to hold one of those. The acceptance was based on a phase 3 and phase 2 trial. Trial had looks like good data and good price action today. So I don't know anything about this company or about the drug or the market size, but that all sounds good. Again, I would definitely have November 30th circled on your calendar, Smoking Ice, if you are in this thing, because that's the next date you want to know. Smoking Ice also, there's no biotech buzz this week. But if you want to save that question for next week, at 2:30 on Tuesday, you can ask Vivi Biotech what she thinks.
This is not an intelligent comment, but you know what my favorite biotech phrase, word, whatever is?
PDUFA?
Yes. It's just such a fun word to say. It sounds like a sweet dessert you could order at a bakery. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe. No, it's a fun thing to say. What about CCIV? What about CCIV?
CCIV did have a lot of call activity.
Tell me more.
It had here. Let me go back in because I was trading that AMC. I'm still dumbfounded that AMC 73s were trading. I mean, I get that they don't think it's going that high, but it's just the movement that they're trying to play. But still, to me, that was
73. Was that today?
Yeah. Over 60,000 contracts of 73 strike expiring in 4 days.
Can I ask because I don't have an options platform open?
What's up? What do you want to know?
What is the highest strike I can buy right now?
73. So that's the reason that people will purchase it, is because it's the highest and the cheapest. So people that are degenerates and want to throw a few $100s or whatever, that's what they're going to go for.
Okay.
Yeah. So 73 is the highest for this week.
So CCIV.
Yes. Let me take a look at that. Yeah. CCIV had a bunch of call activities like 23s, 22s for this week. A little bit of put in there, but nothing crazy. And that was around like noon where you probably saw a bump because that's where a lot of the call activities were coming in. Let me take a look at E-Trade. See what strikes we have here.
Tiny Pie Media says baked PDUFA cake with cream does sound delicious.
See, there you go. And yeah, almost 45,000 $25 strikes for CCIV were traded today, where the open interest is only 2,000.
I'm sorry, 25,000.
So 45, almost 45,000 contracts were traded today for the $25 strike for CCIV.
For what expiration?
This week, all degenerates, all this week.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the strike again? 25?
This week, $25 strikes. Yes.
Good luck, boys and girls. You got 3 days left. Short week this week. You got 3 days left.
And that's another thing. It's like, yeah, you kind of screw yourself if you purchased on Friday because you lose a day of time decay for Monday.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, if that's calculated or not, I'm not that big of a genius to know what's what. But
all right, I'm keeping my newsfeed open. We did have Ambarella earnings, not a stock we look at very often anymore. But wow, it's over $100. I lost track of that one. Anyway, Amba EPS 23 cents versus 17-cent estimate. Sales of 70 versus $68 million. So beat. Ambarella up at 106 now. This thing. Let me zoom out on this one.
This thing
was so out of favor for so long. Let me pull up a 10-year chart.
Educate me. What company? What sector? What?
This got hot with 3D printing.
Okay.
Back in the day, right here. Let me go here.
So when I was in college, DDD was my 3D printing stock, and that did well. And then it just.
Oh wait, was this? No, I'm sorry. It was GoPro. I stand corrected. It was GoPro.
Okay.
They had a whole thing with GoPro, way back in the day. And if you wanna hear, let me pull up the Ambarella chart and zoom way out, and then overlay it with GoPro.
Oh wow.
That's not doing much. Let me just go here. So 2015, the GoPro chart sucks, but this thing was. They had some deal with GoPro. I think it was GoPro.
Interesting.
Chad, help me out. It's been 5 years since this was a thing, but I believe it was GoPro, and GoPro went out of favor, and Ammo went out of favor, and this thing did nothing. As you can see, did nothing until last fall, when all of a sudden now it's back in favor. So
I definitely did think 3D printing would be something that would be normal by 2020. I was definitely wrong. 100%.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I imagined a world where I could print my iPhone case on a 3D printer.
That was right when I joined Benzinga. It was peak, or just after peak 3D printing. I think when I joined Benzinga, they were coming off of that that bubble, that 3D printing bubble.
So look at that, right? You see. So I invested around 2012, actually. Enjoy the write up. I didn't get all the way up. Maybe 1/4 of it, because I don't know how to, do the long-term thing. But anyway, and then when I remember seeing it in around 2014, being pissed as hell that it's almost $7,500. And then I just saw it when it started spiking up along with AMC and all that. And I was like, oh my God, it like fell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what's the one that, wait, Alan in chat is saying OEG. Is that the one? Is that the, no, it's not. There is a company that lets you like 3D print organs. What was the name of that one, guys?
I've got no idea.
There was hold on, I bet you it's here. I don't remember. It's been years since we've talked about this. I feel like. Anyway, there was a stock that lets you, and it's still out there. You can here.
That's insane. I mean, I'll read random articles about house printed by 3D printers or whatever.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, okay, let's go back to the chat. We got a few minutes left, and we're gonna hop on off here for the cannabis.
Chris says it's ONVO. Maybe is that what he's referring to?
Yes, thank you, Chris. Organovo. Thank you.
Shout out to Chris, by the way. He wrote a phenomenal article on Indy 500 that did very well.
I did not read that. I was away for the weekend and didn't read or watch anything. So
anytime I email you, it's out of office. Anytime.
I'll have to catch. I'll have to catch that. Anyway, look at the Organovo chart. That was like
oh my God, that's more than 200. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that one's brutal.
So do you know the downfall before we go? You got me curious now. What happened at 240 that now it's
it was just like
it was just a hype thing?
It was a hype thing.
Wow, dude. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Because the hype went on for a couple of years, as you can see, from 2013 to about, I guess 2014 is where it peaked. But
yeah,
wow.
All right, let's check on chat here, make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, is Muds down after hours, or it can't still be down? Can it? I mean, I guess it can. No, it's not. Okay, so no real trades after hours. Muds has stabilized for the day at $11. If you're in this thing because you believe fundamentally in tops, then oof is all I can say. Because
good luck to you.
I don't think this trade has anything to do with tops at all. This is probably a target of the retail. I don't know. My guess is it's a target of the retail crowd now. Who can say for sure? What else did I want to see? What else was in chat?
I'm just checking in to see if there's anything else happening before we go. But no, Zoom. Okay, so Zoom's creeping back up. If you just want to touch base on that before we go.
Yeah. So again, I don't know what drove that drop down when it was some algo somewhere read something. But the numbers, again, I'll bring up the numbers here on the left. The numbers were all good. That doesn't have to mean anything because Zoom is so out of favor.
Yeah.
But the numbers are all good. I don't know if there's a reason for this to be down to 312, but that's where it was. We're now back up to 324 now. So buy the dip working, at least for now, in Zoom. We also had STNE had earnings. We didn't talk about them. What is the stock doing? It's down after hours, but again, off those lows, not by as much though. Earnings in another currency. I'm not going to convert that for you. So
I'm looking forward to, whenever I think of Zoom, I think of DocuSign just because they all went on a huge growth because of the pandemic. So I'm looking forward to see how DocuSign does. Yeah, because I use DocuSign almost every day.
Is that Thursday? Yes, it says here right now. It says 2 days after close. Let's zoom out on DocuSign if we can. Oh God! Wow! I guess that thing was
not as big of a fall as Zoom.
Stay-at-home trade is not in favor. Has not.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. This isn't necessarily just a stay-at-home. To me, this is a convenient play, right? Like,
sure.
You know, so I prefer DocuSign over Zoom any day of the week.
Yeah. No, I mean DocuSign has there's no reason to think that like the structural change that DocuSign helped enable is going to go away, right?
Exactly.
All right, guys, smash the like for my man Zunaid. Zunaid, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at MadeX in X India. If you can't figure out why I have that username, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, come chat. We'll talk stocks, esports, video games. I kick Spencer's ass all the time. It's fun.
It's not hard to kick my ass. But if you do play Mario Kart and you want to be my friend on Switch, let me know and we can be friends. That and chess are if you want to be my friend on chess.com.
If I ever want to get my self-esteem shattered, I will hit you up on chess. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Smash the like for you need, man. Thanks a lot for hanging out.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man.
All right, about to end this stream, guys. Smash that like button if you haven't already. How many likes are we at before I wrap it up here? We're at 359 likes. Let's get to 400. Please remember, all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. The views expressed do not represent those of Benzinga. Okay, Cannabis Insider is up right now. We have a great guest, great interview lined up. I'm going to cede the floor to those guys. This stream will redirect straight to that. After Insider, we've got After Hours with Ryan Rosbiani going through his charts. And then to wrap up the day, we got Trading Nomadic at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Everyone have a good rest of your day. I will see you